Right, is everyone seeing it? I don't know if I put one to the right screen up.
Yeah, I can see it in full, mate.
Perfect. Right, go for it.
That's good.
So, finally, we're going to get the rats update on the survey. It's been a while since I've spoken to you guys. And I know I left a little voice note yesterday. So, I was going to add some more slides for this slide deck. But, as yesterday's voice note took like 10 minutes, and that was supposed to be a minute, then I think we've got plenty of content to go through here. So, update by the rat. 12th of December, definitely. It's been a long day in Dubai. It's Sundays like Monday, so I've only actually just got back to the hotel. So let's crack on. Let's get on to the next slide.
Go for it.
Okay, so what we're going to cover in this presentation is where's Rat? I'm not stupid. You lot are not stupid. You know I've been away from Telegram for a bit. So we're going to have a little where's Rat competition and an explanation as where I've been. Then we're going to go on to what has happened with the project, what we've been doing, what we've been doing that's not been in the group. Obviously, I left a voice note yesterday, which gave you a little bit of insight, but we'll go and delve into that in a bit more detail. Then we'll go on to what we're currently working on. So we've got multiple work streams, multiple tasks on the go, so we'll discuss all those. And then all exciting stuff about what's happening next on the roadmap. So when's the rat bits release, when's the full launch, when are we adding rats to the marketplace, things like that. And then some other cool things, and then we'll try and do a Q&A. But I'm not sure how that's going to work. I guess I'll have to hand over to the mods at that point. So let's get on to the competition, right? So get ready, guys. This is the competition to win 1 million rats. So that's about $170 right now, something like that. So get ready. Fastest answer first in the voice or the chat. So keep an eye in the chat, mods. And happy if you do us the pleasure of going to the next slide. And everyone, try and find the rat.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Top right.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in the middle, top right, yeah.
Top right. That'd be great.
He's in the water.
Yeah, above the ship.
Right, T's going to have to be the referee here because I obviously can't see the chat. So
yeah, has people typed in the chat? Like I can't even see.
I didn't type. I just said it.
Who called first? I didn't see.
I heard a girl shout top right, and I said water. So.
Yeah, it's top right. Accurate enough. I'll leave it to you, Steve. Steve, your call.
I know. Wait, I don't know where he is. I don't think he's on the chat. He's on the voice, but T, it's your T's going to make the call. What do you reckon, T?
I mean, he's saying it's top right. I heard top right, so I think I'd have to give it to Nick.
Right, Nick is.
Cool. Okay. So Nick, you won. Good job. So yeah, just
No problems, all good.
Yeah, I hear the lady voice first. So whoever that is, PM me after this presentation, and you have won 1 million rats. Congratulations!
Woo! Thank you, guys.
Oh shit!
I've been missing in action for the last couple of days. Obviously, you guys are not stupid. You've seen that. Dubai got a bit the best of me, and I was a bit ill for about 5-6 days. Required medical treatment. I'm not going to go into the details, but I was missing in action for a little bit. But now I'm back. I decided to compete in bodybuilding again next year. So my next my next 7 months are just going to be the project and the gym. So going to be smashing it, guys. Back bigger and better, more determined, and we're going to smash it. That's where the rat has been anyway. So yeah, you want to pop on to the next slide?
Yep, go ahead.
Cool. So are we up?
Yeah, mate, go ahead.
Yeah. So what's happened since the last update? We have got a new blockchain dev. So we forked out the cash, and we've got a highly skilled blockchain dev. No expenses spared. So we're determined to get this visual fractionalization sorted. This guy is extremely intelligent, and it's far more complex than we initially thought to do this visual fractionalization. So luckily, we've got a highly skilled Python developer on the case with this, who's also highly skilled in blockchain. Hence why we're able to say we're going to release the beta version of Ratbits within the next 7 days. As you're all aware, multiple times it's been mentioned that we're going to have a marketplace soon, things like that. We've stumbled multiple times at the final hurdle when it comes to contract talks. A couple of the suppliers that we've been speaking to have changed the contract at the very last minute. But we finally completed the RFP with a well-established company, and they are building the NFT Marketplace right now. Within the next 7 days, we'll have Ratbits beta live to you guys. Token purchase agreement has been signed by the Swiss investors. So that means that this week we're flying to Paris to complete the deal. And then quite mad is that we'll be getting a private jet to Geneva, opening a bank account and doing some crazy things. So the next week or two are going to be crazy. We've signed up with a digital marketing agency. So we have a digital marketing agency in Dubai. It's actually the same. It's actually owned by the guy who owns the Picasso. So our interests are aligned. Our goals are aligned. They're a well-established company. They are doing projects with Deloitte. They're going to be running all our social medias. And they also have highly complex data analytic tools for the likes of Google, Google Ads, social media ads. And, they've been doing this for many years. So that's a big win for us. And, it's going down the route of a professional company where we're doing some professional marketing using data analytics and some business intelligence to make informed decisions on how we spend our marketing budget. Okay, so next slide.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, next slide is what's currently happening. So development of the beta NFT Marketplace. So this is going to be the marketplace launched only to the community. So we're not going to do any marketing at this point. The marketing will come when we do the full launch in January. This is going to be the beta version, so it's going to be a chance for you guys to test it, tell us if there are any problems, and we'll fix them by the time we do the full launch. We're going to have visual fractalization. Finally, you guys are going to get your first 500 holder NFT. So if when we took the snapshot, you owned, say, 9% as a certain unnamed person said they owned, then that person will get 9% of the first 500 holder NFT. If you have a look on the right-hand side, this is how the prioritization of the visualization fractionalization is going to work. So this is just some of the many sketches that we've been doing with our newer blockchain dev. So if you have a look at block one, that person could own 9% of the NFT, and then we're going to prioritize in a spiraling motion. So eventually, the holders 488 to 495 to 500, they'll all be getting corner pieces like around the side of the NFT. If you have a look at the second image, then that sort of gives you a bit more of an idea of how it's going to work. You've got your highest holder in the middle, and then you got it spirals around until you get your smaller holders on the out-hand side. White paper. I've probably said it a million times. It's coming, but it's really hard for me to sit down in front of a laptop and spend 6 hours straight. Probably I need to do like another 2 or 3 days, 8 hours straight on it. This is like dissertation type quality. This is going to provide us with the roadmap for the product for the rest of the year, next year, and the following year. This goes into detail about how much, what percentage of the NFTs the artist is going to get, what percentage Rat is going to get in liquidity, and all these details that people may not have thought of. These are all going to be in the white paper. So it's rather complex. So that's why it's taking so long. Because I want to make sure it's right, and I want to make sure that everything is factual. So when we go forward, I don't need to change it. And then we're also working with the event organizer in Dubai. So we're finalizing the date for our official Ratbits launch in January. So we have the venue sorted. We have the venue sorted for the after party. We're just finalizing the date. It's looking to be about the 16th or 17th of January we're looking at. Okay, so next slide.
Yeah.
What's coming next? Ratbits NFT Marketplace. Beta version in the next 7 days to the community. The full launch, the official launch where we're gonna go hard on the marketing will be January. I'll go into that in a bit more detail on the next slide. You're finally gonna get your first 500 holder NFT. So you will have when we launch the marketplace. All those 500 holders, I imagine you get a notification depending on your wallet to say you received an NFT. That NFT is going to be a fraction of the larger NFT, and you'll be able to trade that on the marketplace. We're doing a complete refresh of the website. So the website was first deliverable. It's fairly old. A lot of things have changed since. So that's changing. Rat is going 3D. The plan was always for Rat to go 3D. 2D was just, a stopgap. We'll go into all these in a lot more detail in the following slides. You guys are choosing the Rat NFTs. So as you're already aware, we've got a spreadsheet in the main group tag. So get your ideas in there. And we've now got an office secured in Dubai for Rat. So if you I'll go into all these in a lot more detail in the following slides. So next slide, please.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so Ratbits. I've already shared this with you guys. So I may not need to discuss it spend too much time on this slide. But as I've said several times already, the MVP, the minimal viable product, will be launched to the community only in the next 7 days. The Ratbits Marketplace will contain a collection of 500 NFTs. Those 500 NFTs will be your individual fractionalized NFTs. You'll be able to connect your wallet. You'll be able to see your NFT. You'll be able to trade your NFTs, and other people who aren't part of the first 500 holders, they'll be able to come into the platform and purchase your NFTs if you put them up for sale. Official launch is January. We've got a big event in Dubai. We've secured the largest gallery in Dubai, and we'll be having the after party at the most well-established, the biggest sort of establishment in the Burj Khalifa. It's called Atmosphere. We will then integrate the new website into the Ratbits website. So the MVP The beta version in a few days. Visually, that's not going to be the final product. The final product will be January, and then obviously we're going to fractionalize that Banksy. So first beta version, you'll be able to trade the 500 holder NFTs. January, you'll be able to trade the 500 holder NFT. You'll be able to trade the Banksy. Then we move on to the 2,000 rats. We'll be releasing the 2,000 rats. If you haven't put your ideas in the spreadsheet, then get them in. There's no bad ideas, and probably the worst ideas are going to be the best NFTs. These dates are placeholders. We're more than likely going to be bringing a lot of these forward. So we've got March there. That could potentially be January. It most likely will be January. We're going to try and do everything as fast as possible, but make sure that everything is correct at the same time. Release 3 in May. This is where we're going to be adding Picasso and adding piece of art from artists that have shown an interest and signed MOUs, and art collectors want to fractionalize their works of art and give other people the opportunity to own a piece of these famous pieces of art without having to purchase the entire piece. Again, that is something which is more than likely we're going to bring forward to possibly February. These are all placeholder dates just to, make sure that we have something in place and something to aim for as a final sort of milestone. Full launch then, it will be July. So this, again, is a placeholder date, depending on how everything else goes. July is the latest that we'll release the NFT Marketplace to the entire public. So anyone at all will be able to go onto the Ratbits platform, mint an NFT. They'll have some advanced options where they'll be able to state how many fractions, what percentages for the fractions, and they'll be able to make use of the platform and the rare technical solution that we're providing. So, next slide.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So this is your first 500 holder NFT. So this is it on the right-hand side. High definition, 8K. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get a portion. You're all going to get a portion of this, or you guys who are in that snapshot, you're all going to get a portion of this. So you lucky people who are in the top 10 holders, you're going to get the little rat in the middle, and then you have the rest of you guys. You're still going to get some sort of detail. There's only 500 of you, so you still, wherever you hold in, you're going to get something which is going to look pretty cool. It may be a bit pixelated, but it's it gets the job done. You can't increase your fraction this time. The snapshot has already been taken. It was already taken a couple of months ago. You can certainly buy more rats in preparation for Banksy to make sure you have a larger fraction of the Banksy in January. But for this specific NFT, you can't increase your fraction anymore. You'll be able to trade your NFTs on Ratbits, and as I said, anyone else can come into Ratbits platform, connect their MetaMask, and they can buy your NFT if you wish to sell it. Personally, I wouldn't sell it. You got it for free. You're getting it for free. It's very unique, and when Rat is huge in a year or two time, then this NFT is going to be worth hell of a lot. If you have a look at the rocks, when NFTs were first done, then they went for like $500,000. So if this is the very first NFT, it's going to be worth a lot in a couple of years. Next slide, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're doing a complete website refresh. So the website was the first deliverable. We delivered this. The Rats vision happened in July, maybe. A lot of you know the backstory around why that happened. And then the website was the first deliverable. So at the time of publishing this website, NFTs weren't even a consideration. The only use case was to create that NFT wallet and pay for entry to museums with RAT. And then obviously it became apparent that NFTs, were the next big thing. So we now have two amazing use cases. We're going to be the first company to visually fractionalize an NFT and distribute those fractions as individual NFTs. And then we're also going to be the first company to have an NFC crypto wallet where you pay using the contactless terminals with your NFC wallet. So obviously a lot has changed since July, and even our target audience has changed. We've got a far more, what's the word? We've got a far different audience to what was first intended at the start. So we need a far more professional website. And yeah, that's all I've got to say on it. I'm sure many people will agree. This is going to change probably in the next three or 4 days. It's going to be done before the Ratbits beta launch. So everything over the next, there's a lot of things happening over the next week. So the next slide, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Rat is going 3D. So in preparation for the Rat NFTs, we need a pimped out Rat. The plan was always going to be for the Rat to be in 3D, but we're using a Pixar Illustrator, so the cost extremely high. So at the time, for the return on investment, a 2D Rat served the purpose. But as we're doing a complete website refresh, we're going to be launching the 2,000 Rats. Then we need a 3D Rat to go along with that. So the first draft of the 3D Rat will be in 6 or 7 days' time. Then I get the opportunity to have 2 changes. So 2 sort of refreshes of the Rat, I guess, or I don't know the professional word in for it. But yes, this is done by it's a custom design done by a Pixar Illustrator. Following this, the vision at the very start, before I even launched the website, was I always wanted the 3D Rat to be a Pixar animated clip between 30 and 60 seconds. It's going to be a 3D Rat. You flick the coin. It's a white background. It's just the 3D Rat on a white background. He flicks the coin, and then the coin transforms into a big museum with things like Egyptian artifacts and Banksy's and piece of art in the background. And you should see the work where these guys do it. It's like proper Pixar animated stuff. So when this is complete, it's going to be amazing, and we can use it across all our advertising, and it's going to be of the quality that we could even do TV ads. So that's like some of the stuff they do is amazing. I can't express how good it is. Once that's complete, it's going to blow your head off. Next slide, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, Rat is going 3D. One of the purposes of that is to upscale the website, upscale us as a business, our perception of how the business is perceived by investors, you guys, new investors, people in Dubai. We're dealing with a much bigger upscale market in terms of artists, the art sort of scene in Dubai. We need to update the website and everything to go along with the audience and people that we're dealing with, rubbing shoulders with on a daily basis. So the plan is for a collection of 2,000 Rats to be added to Ratbits. So each Rat will be of the highest quality. I only know of one other project where they have 8K quality NFTs. So if you have a look on the right-hand side, You see this little monkey guy. So this is an example of an 8K NFT. I'm not going to mention what project that is because you might all go off and buy it, sell your rat, and buy it. But that's a joke. Yeah, that's the sort of quality that we're going for. Obviously, you've all seen the Google spreadsheet by now. So we're collecting all the rat ideas. We've already got 2 NFT artists who have done work for other projects lined up, as well as our ideas that are going on the Google spreadsheet. One of them already has a standard approach to creating NFTs, where you have something like you could create something like 40 different hats, one with 40 different hats, one with 40 different T-shirts, 40 different expressions on the face, or something along those lines. But we already have people who have experience in launching collections like this, so we don't necessarily need to come up with 2,000 rat ideas. It's going to be pretty cool if we do have a large number of our own rat ideas, and then to make up those numbers, and we can even go much further than that. So one of the guys has a collection, and they released 7,777 NFTs, following this sort of approach where they just change the minor details in the NFT. So, there's no reason why we can't have 5,000 rat NFTs. But let's see how we go with the spreadsheet, and we'll give it we'll wait until the 3D rat is complete in 7 or 8 days' time. Then we'll review the spreadsheet. We'll filter out all the duplicates, all the suggestions that may not be beneficial for the project, and then we'll take it across to these guys who have launched collections before, and we'll complete the entire 2,000, and we may go more. Who knows? It's something for the team to discuss, and we need to do a bit more research on the best possible approach to this. How it's going to work? You're going to get. We're going to do a pre-sale. So in the pre-sale, you get a silhouette of the rat. So you're not going to know what you're going to get until we launch. We're looking like the price is going to be 0.1 ETH. That is going to be in rat. So whatever that I can't think of it converts to at the time of adding these. That's going to be in rat. So new people coming into the RatFix platform, if they want to buy a rat, then they're going to have to buy the token in order to do that. So yeah, you get a rat and launch, and then after launch, you can obviously buy other rats that take your interest and haven't been distributed already. So next slide, please.
Yeah.
Yes. So the rat has now secured an office in Dubai from the 7th of January 2022 till the 7th of January 2023. So that means that we don't have a single what's the word? We don't have there's no risk of us missing important events because there are going to be multiple team members out here. Lee is going to be moving out here. We're going to be getting Steve out here as much as possible, Happy, and as much of the team as possible. We want to get everyone out here on a regular basis and make sure we cover off all the bases and get everyone's expertise to work to make sure we spread the word of rat and make sure we smash those holders, because once we start the ball rolling, then it's just going to fly. No one is doing what we're doing. We just need to get the word out there, which is where the marketing comes in, the professional marketing company, and being based in Dubai permanently. Everything pieces together so that we go to the moon very soon. In Dubai, I can't express how much difference it is compared to London or anywhere in Europe, the opportunity and the meetings you can get out here are amazing. Even today, as you saw, I had a meeting with L Bank. So L Bank have two arms. They have L Bank the exchange, and they have L Bank Labs. So L Bank Labs are the arm of L Bank that invest in companies. So they're interested in token purchase as well. So that's why I was there today to present to those guys. It went very well. They're waiting to see how the beta launch goes in a few days, and then we're going to have a second catch up. And then, obviously, our first bank is a big achievement. Could we hang that in the office, or are we going to put it in a gallery in Dubai? Still discussions to be had about this. But either way, the bank is definitely going to be coming over here in January for our launch event. Where it goes, still to be excited. Other cool stuff. So next slide, please.
Yep.
So other cool stuff. What you see here are banners on the roads in Dubai. So in a taxi, I went past one of these banners, and it was advertising an Ethereum blockchain company. And I thought, oh, that's rather odd, because crypto is still a bit of a grey area in Dubai. It's hard. You can't really advertise many places, even though there are events and happening every day of the week. Advertising crypto is a different matter. So I saw on the side of all these billboards, they have the billboard owner. So I called these guys the other day. It's called Pi Advertising. So PHI Advertising, and they advertise on these billboards. These billboards are owned by Telecom, so it's a private company. So rather than being owned by the government, they're owned by Telecom, which means they can advertise crypto on these billboards. There are only a few of them around Dubai. So today, as well as the L Bank meeting, I also had a meeting with Pi Advertising and discussed what they can do for us. They have a free spot on the bottom left billboard in January. So the aim is to get that billboard for January for our big launch. And the amount of traffic on that road is unbelievable. It's probably a couple of 100,000 people a day drive past those billboards, and they're not big. You can't. They're not small. They're huge. You can't miss them. So that's going to be huge. It's going to be 10 times bigger than our New York Times Square billboards. And obviously, we're going to be based in Dubai, so that's going to bring a hell of a lot of holders. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, other than that, we've got an exciting week in store. We've got 3D Rat coming up. We've got a new, completely new website. We've got a Rat Bits beta launch. You're going to be able to trade your first 500 holder NFTs. All this is happening within the next 7 to 10 days. So one exciting time to be a holder. Chat is going to be going crazy in about 7 days' time. We are starting. Those of you who know what I've done previously, obviously I haven't got enough time to do that sort of stuff these days. However, Happy has been taken on now. So we are, as well as the traditional marketing, the marketing agencies that we've signed up with, Google Analytics companies. January, we're going to be pushing the marketing extremely hard, the hardest that we've ever done, even before the pre-sale. It's going to be 10 times harder than that. So, Happy has already started working with some of the guys that I worked with previously in regards to, targeting projects which aren't doing so well, force inviting them to promo groups and getting, if any of you remember, the rat bot on the go. So the rat bot would force invite people to some forwarding groups, and of all the things I did, that was the one which had the most impact and brought the most new investors to the previous project. So we're going to crack on with all the old sort of the grey area sort of marketing and sort of like shilling, force inviting people to separate groups, which will show to them, PMing, force PMing people, so force PMing up to 50,000 people a day with the rat information. Same thing on Instagram. I imagine a lot of you are on Instagram and you receive a message every now and again saying, check out our new NFT Marketplace. We've just launched a bunch of bloody drafts or something like that. So we'll be cracking on with things like that. And then a lot more money is going to be spent on the Google ads, the Instagram and Facebook ads. And, we're going to go to town on marketing in January. So 7 to 10 days, very exciting week coming up. Stay tuned. Next slide. Any questions? I'm gonna have to pass this over to the mods because I can't hear anyone.
let me try and turn them up, and you might be able to hear them.
I hope you found this presentation interesting. We got it in the end. A bit of a hack job, but hope you're all as excited as I am. The next week's going to be mental. Nick, if you can drop your PM with your ETH address, then I'll send across your prize.
No, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Any questions? I'll hand over to the mods. Let's go.
Right. If you fire out any questions, guys, and he might be able to hear you through my computer. So, we'll give that a go first, and if not, then we can take over.
Yeah, go for it.
Definitely silent. So it's JR here. Can you hear me, Ryan?
Joe?
It's JR.
JR, what's happening?
Hey, man. As there was no questions, I thought I'd shout one out to you. So on the advertising, is there any plans to get Rat on to Dex tools or sort of similar?
We'll be doing all the same sort of marketing that we did pre-sale. We'll be doing that again, plus much more. So that banner at the top. Previously we had the search. We had the search advertising. So when you search something, we had the top spot there, and we also had another spot on the featured projects. We want that. Banner at the top. So Bizogi have it at the moment. I've PM'd the same person previously, and I'm waiting for him to come back with a calendar of what he has available. We're on it in advance of January. Everything that we did pre-sale, we're doing that plus 10 times more. So we'll be going town on marketing. Reddit posts again. We'll be doing all the Reddit posts. Reddit posts. Fill in to the max. Force invites. Force PMs. Advertising here. We'll be doing advertising on Coin Marketplace. We can get it, and we're just gonna go to town. We're gonna have the budget from next week. Hopefully, we're not flying to Paris for no reason. You all know what's happening out there. A large portion is going to be spent on marketing. Influencers as well. Obviously, I had the meeting with L Bank today. L Bank offer a lot of marketing services, and L Bank are just getting bigger and bigger in Dubai. So originally, they started off as when I first came across them. I just thought, it's just another random exchange. But they're climbing the ranks on CoinMarketCap exchange rankings very fast. They're getting bigger and bigger in Dubai. Their office is pretty cool. They've got probably 100 odd people employed there, and they offer services where they have influencers around the globe. So especially in Japan and the Asia market. So that's something we haven't explored yet. They actually work with Huobi as well. So as many of you may have seen, I've discussed listing with Huobi before. L Bank already work with them. So that's going to be a box tick for the Asian market, and you know, the amount of influencers they've got is quite breathtaking, and they cover the entire globe. And influencers is something we haven't done yet. You all know I've used many influencers before. When it comes to January, we're going to be smashing influencers. We're going to go to town on a marketing. No expense paid. Yeah. Hope that answers your question. Cryptagon. We were supposed to fly not to Rio de Janeiro. We were supposed to fly to Puerto Rico. As I mentioned at the start, with Rat was too ill. I wasn't able to fly, which meant that fell through. We're still in discussions with the judge. The judge is a big investor himself, so you know there's no reason why we can't say buy some rat instead or something. But you know, we made a big impression at Cryptagon. Everyone knows about our project there. I've had so many people add me on LinkedIn as a result of that. It's unbelievable. I think when I came back from my medical treatment, then I had like 110 connection requests on LinkedIn. And like, what? I don't even know where they came from. But so many messages and lots of people from that event asking really how they can invest privately, but we're not allowing that, and we need to direct everyone to Uniswap. There are only a limited number of spots for the token purchase agreements, and they've been taken, and you guys are going to see the benefit of that very, very soon.
Great.
The first 500 holder NFT. That's going to be the image that I shared on slide 8. So that's 8K quality. Is it 3D? Kind of looks 3D to me. I don't know. I guess you could say it's 3D. And it's going to be 8K quality. That's the NFT. The main one that's going to be split up. So slide 8. So the slide deck will be shared after this, so you can go back to that and have a look.
I've just put it back up there just so people can see it.
You got it back up?
Yeah, it's there now, so they'll be able to see that. But yeah, all good.
Yeah. So actually, sorry, that's different. So actually, the one on the right-hand side is like that, but around the edge it says first 500 NFT. That's going to be the NFT. This one is missing the text around the edges. So yeah, sorry, my bad. Any other questions?
I think that'd be it. I think that's it. That was a really good update. Really good update. I think you've answered a lot of people's questions already.
Awesome. Is the beta rat bits safe to connect their wallet to? Yes. That's the people that we're working with. They've done multiple marketplaces. It's all been security tested. I'm from a security background. I was an information security manager for like 2 years. So it's everything's going to be secure. Don't worry. Also, on that note, being an information security manager, part of my job was doing ISO 27001 audits. We're going to do an ISO 27001 audit, Q1 2022. The actual certification costs a lot, but for me to do the implementation of the infrastructure, then obviously that's going to be free because that's what I used to do. And then that's going to provide, when you get that ISO 27001 certification, that provides so much confidence to new investors and primarily government and institutional investors. So when I used to do the audits, then people primarily required the ISO 27001 certification to acquire governmental contracts. So things like Ministry of Defense yes, like those guys will not go near you as a corporate company or any sort of company unless you've got an ISO 27001 certification to prove that as a company you are secure, you are keeping all your information secure, you cannot be hacked, all your employees cannot steal data or cause any sort of harm to your company in any way. It covers a lot of aspects, from like HR to the technical solutions to user access and a lot of things. We'll be doing that probably Q1 next year. So yeah, that'll be another big step. That's on the roadmap. That's always been there. So that's no, it's not very exciting. So I haven't talked about it at all. But yeah, that's happening in the background. Any other questions?
I think we're there.
Cool. You got it. Good job, guys.
Good stuff. And you didn't run out of minutes on your international calls, so with one.
I don't know. I thought I only had 30 minutes on the national call, so I don't know. Maybe the RAS code has come down and given me some extra minutes.
You haven't checked your bill yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we know what to get you. We know what to get you for Christmas, Ryan. Yeah.
You might have a massive bill coming your way end of the month, but now we appreciate that to come and we'll get it. We got it done in the end. So thanks very much. T, will you save that recording for us?
Definitely.
Brilliant. Right. Well.